Hey, Andrea Waltz here of Go for No. Wanted to read you an excerpt from this book. One of my favorite comedians is a guy named Sebastian Maniscalco. If you haven't seen his Netflix specials, he is hilarious. And I like him so much that I was intrigued and decided to get his book called Stay Hungry. He has a really interesting chapter in this book where he talks about how it was coming up as a young comedian. And he worked his butt off for years, which so many artists have to, right? It doesn't matter if you're actor, musician, comedian, magician. It takes so long sometimes to get seen. His style, he says, was to let his act speak for itself. He didn't want to be overly self-promotional. He didn't want to have to run up to people and beg or plead for favors. But he found himself at a place called Dublin's in 2004. And this was this is the example of a go for no moment. He says, but Dublin's in 2004 wasn't just any room. This is a room that he wanted to perform in. If there was ever a moment for me to overcome my discomfort about going up to people and asking for favors, it was then and there. If I couldn't get something going and soon, I would have to ask myself the tough questions like, am I really good enough? Am I wasting my time? As uncomfortable as I felt about pushing myself on others, I had to start doing it, or the invitations I was waiting for might never come. One night I approached Ahmed and said, hey, I would love to do your show. Done. I did it. Ahmed was dealing with 200 comedians who would love to do his show, but he didn't shut me down. I took that as a good sign. He and I started talking, and I became a more visible presence at Dublin's. The next week, he gave me a spot, which was a very nice surprise. When I got up there, my set was funny enough to be asked back. It was like a combo of letting my act speak for itself and putting myself on the line. Sometimes you have to ask. You have to go for no.